March Inventory Madness has put Lady Luck on your side. Premier Heating and Air has a huge limited inventory offer on new heating and air units until they're gone. Don't wait. Find Lucky in your mailbox or online at premierishere.com. The choice is clear. Experience Premier.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you out to West Lawrence High School here with Coach Josh Carter. We're going to talk a little baseball today, Coach. It's been a pretty good year so far. I mean, you're looking at what? How many games so far this year?
We're 12 games in thus far.
12 games in. So that puts you at?
We're at 7-5.
7-5,
yes, sir.
Man.
Yeah.
5 games.
That's it.
Yeah, you learn a lot from them.
We do. Yeah, we've lost a couple of them by a large margin, and then a couple of them by just a small margin. So coming into the season, we've got a lot of young guys, a lot of sophomores, actually starting a freshman as well. So we knew coming into the season that we were going to take some lumps, and there were going to be some bumps and bruises along the way. But just as is life, you know, with bumps and bruises, if you can hang in there, there's a mountaintop. There's a triumph around the corner. So from January 15, when we began, our guys have grown a tremendous amount in just 2 months. So the coaches, my coaching staff does a great job with these guys, and they want to be coached. And with that, we offer a lot of positive criticism. And in order to get better, you've got to be willing to be coached, and all of our guys are willing to be coached.
Yeah, it's huge, isn't it, now? All right, and Coach, you mentioned that just like in life, you know, when you go through trials, when you go through tough things, if you'll persevere, if you'll keep the right attitude, if you won't grumble about it and press on through, you're going to come out the other side of it a better person.
That's right. You're exactly right. Yeah. We, you know, going back to last year, Ron, just with the way things ended so subtly for us and not the way we wanted to, and just a tough ruling for our guys. Our motto this year, our theme is overcome, and we really preach that. We preach that to our guys just through life, and we rely on history through the Bible to show us that as well, that there are a lot of folks that have lived before us, and even in our families, that overcome stuff on a daily basis. So as you said, we can't sit there and just spin our wheels. We've got to constantly be pushing forward, looking for the next opportunity.
Hey, just help us a little bit here and kind of run down your starters so far.
All right, so pitching, our starters pitching have been Parker Bryant, Caden Baggett, and Reed McFadden. Parker also catches. At first base, we have Reed McFadden. Second base is Grant Baker. Shortstop's been Jacob Solly. Third base is Kason Pollock. Left field has been Nelson Lloyd. Center field is Jaden Stanley, who's a freshman. And then right field has been Mason Dunn. J.J. Giles has played there. Jordan Hall has also played in center for us. So coming into the season, I knew we were going to have 12 to maybe 14 guys that could get into that rotation. And that's kind of been what we've seen thus far, with a few positions still trying to work themselves out.
Hey, that's not a bad thing. You've been through one region game, or one region competitor. You should be settled in about this time of the year, right? That's
right. Yeah. We told the guys at the beginning of the year, it's really tough in a 30-game schedule to allow somebody more than 15 to 18 at-bats. I mean, you get a good sample size, and if you've produced, you're going to be in that mix. If you haven't, it's time to give the next guy a turn. Right. So, we're getting close. The guys are working on an everyday basis to get better, and we've seen a lot of fruits of their labor.
Yeah, so let's talk about who's at the plate, who's hitting the ball well.
Thus far, Parker Bryant has led us with a 0 ERA on the mound and a .405 batting average from the leadoff spot, which is much different for him. So Caden Baggett's had some good ABs. Kason Pollock has had some good ABs. There are several guys in that mix who have had some good ABs. Overall, as a team, that's where we've struggled at the most this year. And it's not from a work aspect or anything like that. It's just from a mental approach at the plate. Defensively, for the whole scope of our season thus far, and pitching for the whole scope of our season, we've been solid. So if we can piece together the hitting aspect of it, we're going to be in good shape.
Yeah, you spend a lot of time in here, don't you, Coach?
We do.
Yeah, it takes it. And so we'll take a short break. We're going to come back. We have an actual Athlete of the Week coming up right after this break. You'll want to stay with us.
Allen's Heating and Cooling is your licensed Amana equipment dealer. Trust Allen's Heating and Cooling to install and service your heating and cooling unit. Allen services all brands, and with the purchase of a new Amana, offers a lifetime compressor warranty. Call Sean Clark or any of his friendly staff at Allen's Heating and Cooling, your Amana dealer. Amana lasts and lasts and lasts.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
All right, we welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen. We have an opportunity now, Coach, to recognize an Athlete of the Week for West Lawrence. And so we're looking at baseball this week. We have a young man here who's been playing ball for a while. Welcome. Tell us about the young man.
Yes, sir. This is Parker Bryant. He's been a part of our program for this is his third year. First thing I'd say about Parker Bryant is what I say about a lot of our kids. They're just really, really solid human beings, people of character, people of integrity. With really good folks at home that instill the correct principles and values in Parker. And then a plus, as a coach and as a baseball program and community, he's a great athlete. He has thrown the ball very well for us this year. Through 12 or 14 innings, he's got a 0 ERA. So he's yet to give up a run. He pitches for us and he catches for us. He's grown leaps and bounds on the mound and behind the plate in 3 years. And he's hitting well for us at 405 in our leadoff spot. So the leadoff spot's been much different for him. He's usually a middle of the lineup type guy, 3 through 5 type guy. But like when I ask Parker questions, he just wants to do whatever's best for the team.
Awesome.
So, it's my honor and privilege to have him as our Player of the Week this week.
Yeah. Now, Parker, tell us a little bit about yourself, your experience with baseball. You started playing at a young age, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. I started playing when I was really young. I used to not be very good. Then when I got into middle school, I got the opportunity to pitch, and I ended up being really good. And then I came up here, made varsity as a freshman, and got some playing time up there, and I've just been progressing in my years up here.
Yeah, tell us about your parents, Parker.
My mom is Jennifer Bryant. She works at Oconee EMC. My dad's David Bryant. He's a major with the Georgia State Patrol. And at home, they make sure, like, we go to church every Sunday. They make sure that we have a good Christian foundation and make sure we're really good people.
Parker, both your parents involved in the community. Your mom's really out there in the forefront on a lot of things, and so it teaches you to be a part of things, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. She always wants me to volunteer for stuff and join as many clubs as I can to make sure I'm out there in the community.
Yeah, that's dynamite, man. It's a great lesson to learn. Of course, when you have examples like that at home, people who give back to our community, it's easy for you to become instilled with that, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So what do you do as a teammate? What do you do to encourage the other players?
As a teammate, I just want to always be encouraging, building my teammates up and not ever tearing them down. Like, if you have a bad game, it's all right. You got to go flip the switch and go have a good next game.
Yeah. Same thing you have to do for yourself, right?
Yes, sir. And
you ever make a mistake on the field?
All the time. All the time.
Yeah. If you're out there, you're going to make mistakes. There's no doubt about it. And just like Coach tells you, you got to forget about it. You got to flush it, so to say, and move on to the next. So it seems like you're being successful at that. I understand you got big plans coming up already after high school?
Yes, sir. College? Yes, sir. I'm planning to go to Georgia and play, going to pitch up there in Athens.
You're trying to show a little bit of that red on there right now.
Yes, sir.
That's great stuff, man. That is very exciting. It shows that hard work pays off. Now, this is an outstanding program out here, Coach. I mean, you came into a good, successful program, and you've only grown it since then.
Yeah, Brian Brown and Jody Pollock and the staffs that he's had in the past, they did a fantastic job. I was on staff in 19 with Coach Brown, and he's a dear friend, as is Jody Pollock, who's still on staff with us. So, but it's like I always tell folks, I'm a mediocre coach at best. The Lord has just blessed me with having coaches around me that first and foremost love the Lord and that love these kids or young men. And then I've been blessed with having great players play for me. Not one of those wins can I take credit for, because I've had really good players that enjoy being coached.
You know, Parker, you talk about playing in middle school, and you feel like, hey, I wasn't that great a player. I wasn't a top player at that time. What you think flipped the switch for you?
I don't know. I just I got in the weight room and I started really working, and I found the ability that God has given me to be a good athlete and play the game of baseball.
Yeah, weight room will make a difference, won't
Yes,
it?
sir, it will.
Yeah.
Playing football helped me too. It helped a lot. Yes, sir.
There you go, man. Yeah. A lot of people preach on that. You know, you got to be involved in different sports. It helps you develop. What do you think about the team this year? What's the vibe of the team? What's y'all's kind of motto?
Our motto this year is overcome, because we're coming in. We knew we were going to be a really young team this year, so we're going to have a lot of obstacles to overcome. And I think as a team this year, we've really overcame a lot of stuff. I think we've exceeded my expectations already this year.
Yeah. Only a couple of losses. What you had, Appling, I guess, and who was one other? Phil?
Jones County.
Jones County, yeah. That's the only ones. That's pretty doggone good. You don't mind getting. I shouldn't say you don't mind getting beat, but you're gonna lose a game during the course of the year. You know, get it out of the way, move on past that.
Right.
You already have one region win, right? It was Griffin.
Yes, sir. We've played one region series thus far, and are 2-0 in region. So hope to continue that success against the rest of the region opponents, and hopefully be able to hang a banner up for these guys at the end of the year.
Yeah. All right, Parker. So you're looking at region coming up. What do you expect to happen during region?
As a team, I'm expecting us to go out there. I'm expecting us to throw the ball well, play good defense, and maybe our bats will come through. And I'm hoping we'll get another banner up there for a region championship this year.
Yeah, for sure. So you got you pitching. Who else pitches?
We've got Caden Baggett, Reed McFadden, Grant Baker will throw sometimes, and then I think that's about it from us. And Cohen Cardwell, freshman. He's throwing the ball really well.
And who is this?
Cohen Cardwell.
All right, cool. And so when you're not pitching, you mostly catch?
Yes, sir.
How you like that, man?
It's tough sometimes, but I've learned to get over it and really play well through both of those.
Yeah. You got to dig in. You got to love to grind the catch, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
it's part of it.
Seems like you do. Coach, grab that trophy down there for me if you don't mind. It's our premier heating and air athlete of the week. Going to present it to Parker Bryant today, Coach.
Congrats, P.
Thanks, Coach.
Proud of you, buddy. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, man.
Yes, sir.
Keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
And Godspeed.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Spring has sprung and inventory is popping up everywhere at Dublin Chevy GMC. Whether it's a Canyon or an HD Silverado, we have what you're looking for. With rates as low as 2.9 for 72 months, come pick your Silverado or Sierra. Or if you're looking for a full-size SUV, we have a great selection of Yukons and Tahoes. Remember to visit MyDublinChevrolet.com for all your sales or service needs. Remember, Don sells cars and trucks well, only at Dublin Chevy GMC.
Quality products and installation since 1985. That's 4 Seasons.
Wow, Coach, just being able to speak with Parker is a blessing in itself to see a young man who's working that hard, who's that humble about things, who has that approach to life. Of course, you want every young person to have that family unit like he has, but not all do. So even at that, Coach, you give support in your coaching staff. The people, the men and women that walk in a young person's life is a huge impact on their growth. Even with the virtually perfect household, that is so much more needed, Coach. And I see how you feed into the young man, how you talk about him, how you're not afraid to pat him on the back, but just like you said earlier, you're not afraid to tell them what they're doing wrong, because that's the only way to get better.
That's right. Yeah, I've got some amazing assistant coaches, like we've mentioned. and Jody Pollock, Martin Cawthon, Case Matthews, and Parker Gordon, who, like I said, to reiterate, love the Lord, and they love these guys and want the best for them. And our guys genuinely and sincerely know that. So it's just as much about life lessons here with West Lawrence Raider baseball as it is wins and losses. We tell the guys all the time, I think they'll tell you that when we enter heaven, God's not going to care about wins and losses. He's going to care about the souls that you impacted. So, and at the end of the day, we want to see these young men in our community or another community. It doesn't matter to me as long as they're being beneficial parts of the community, and they are treating their wife the way they should be treated, and they're treating their kids the way they should be treated, and they're being a beneficial part of society.
And a Christian coach, that opportunity to love on them and share with them is beneficial throughout their life. But Coach, you know, we mentioned before in the past, you have to earn the right to be able to chastise someone, to be able to get on to someone. So when you look at coaches who are coaching Little League and all up, if you don't give them that affection, if you don't give them that time, that Christian mentorship, then it's real difficult to pull them back in line to get on to them. But you earn that right, don't you?
Yeah, life, as is baseball, and just everything to me in life is all about relationships. If you can create that rapport with an athlete or with a student, as all my coaches do in the classroom, as I strive to do, if you can create that rapport and they know, look, I love you beyond a shadow of a doubt, then you have the opportunity to critique, and then you have the opportunity to teach and just share your experiences in life. Because, Ron, you know just as well as I do, if we're not sharing our life experiences to help them out in life, our life experiences have been absolutely worthless.
Yeah, what are we even doing, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And so, Coach, we look at the rest of the season. You got, as we said, Griffin. I guess you've already beat them twice. So I think you have. Just lay it all out who you have left and kind of what their season is looking like.
Yep. So we have Spalding and Perry. We have one more game with Howard. We've got West Side as well. Typically in our region, the last 3 or 4 years, our main competition is Spalding, Howard, and Perry. So Spalding and Howard, just depending on the year and what kind of personnel they have in. Perry is good year in, year out, a lot like we are. So, you know, one thing that we try to do every time we play is just go out and compete. We try to find 1 to 2 things that we can get better at as individuals, which in return will make us better as a team. So we try to really emphasize, and I've stressed this more this year than in years past, don't even worry about the scoreboard. You know, if we can focus on us and focus on us as individuals and as a team, the scoreboard's going to take care of itself if we do what we need to do. So when it's all said and done, just like every year, I expect West Lawrence to be right there in the midst of the chips when it's all said and done.
Trust you'll be there, Coach. Thanks for the time today. Thanks for introducing Parker to us and allowing us to recognize him as the premier heating and air athlete of the week here at West.
Thanks for the opportunity, Ron. Appreciate you.